In today's video, we have the Galaxy A17 5G versus the Moto G 2026 edition. All right, everyone, hopefully you guys are having a good day. Hopefully everyone is safe out there. We have the Moto G 2026 on the right side, and of course the Galaxy A17 5G on the left side right here. In today's video, we're going to be comparing the specifications and of course my experiences with both these devices since I've had them for a while now. And we're going to be basically telling you which one I think is better. First and foremost, we're going to start off with the build of both these devices. I, of course, think the Moto G 2026 does have the better build. This is a little boring. It's essentially the same thing we received last year on the Galaxy A17. So this design, of course, is just kind of outdated at this point. Also, hate that half circle or water droplet notch right there. Samsung, please get rid of that. In the back of our Moto G 2026, we have this beautiful eco leather back. We have a metallic version of that on the side, and I just think this looks extremely elegant, and Motorola just, I think, is the best company in the game doing it right now with their devices. As far as the budget device looks, honestly, they look really, really good. Also, that eco leather is just something to behold. Now, as far as our weight, the Moto G 2026 is going to be a little bit heavier at 7 ounces compared to 6.5 on the Galaxy A17, and you guys are definitely going to be able to feel that. Also, as far as the Gorilla Glass we receive in both these devices, we have Gorilla Glass Victus on the Galaxy A17, and we have Gorilla Glass 3 on the Moto G 2026. Obviously, Gorilla Glass Victus is going to be a huge upgrade over Gorilla Glass 3, so the Galaxy A17 is going to have the better protection. This also has IP54 dust protected and water resistance up to water splashes. So it has a better rating than the Moto G, which only has a water repellent design. So the A17 is going to be the more rugged phone overall. Now, as far as the display, the Galaxy A17 right here does have a Super AMOLED 90 Hz refresh rate, 800 nits brightness. The Moto G 2026, however, has an IPS LCD 120 Hz refresh rate instead of 90 and 1000 nits peak brightness. However, it is not a Super AMOLED display, but it does look pretty decent. So the colors on the Galaxy A17, I have to say, do look much better in person than the Moto G 2026. But of course, this is going to give you a brighter display and a better refresh rate, which is great to see. For the A17, our resolution is going to be 1080 by 2340 with a 385 ppi on a 6.7-inch screen, and the Moto G is going to have a 720 by 1604 resolution with a 262 ppi on a 6.7-inch screen. So I still think the Galaxy A17 does have the better looking display overall. We have a much better pixels per inch at 385 compared to 262, and of course we have a full HD display on this and Super AMOLED display as well. Also, aspect ratio is going to be 86% on the A17 compared to about 85% on the Moto G 2026. Now, as far as the platform for our operating system, the Galaxy A17 5G is going to be pretty packed. We have Android 15 out of the box, and we have 6 major operating system updates. Of course, we have One UI 7.0 in this phone as well. Going over to the Moto G, we have Android 16. I don't think we're going to have any more than 2 years of operating system updates. So, of course, the software, in my experience, is going to beat out the Moto G 2026 on the Galaxy A17. So software experience and also the software policy is going to be better on the Galaxy A17. As far as the processors in these devices, the Galaxy A17 5G is going to have the Exynos 1330, and the Moto G 2026 is going to hold the Dimensity 6300. As far as these processors, both are very, very capable budget 5G processors with performance that is considered equivalent in benchmark applications. However, the Exynos 1330, that 5nm chipset on the Galaxy A17, does hold an edge of efficiency in higher RAM speeds and memory bandwidth over the Moto G 2026. Both devices, however, are going to have a micro SD card slot. Beautiful to see it. Both also have 128 gigabytes of internal storage and 4 gigabytes of RAM. Now, as far as the cameras on the rears of these devices, the Galaxy A17 5G, first and foremost, is going to have a triple camera setup. Our main camera is going to be a 50 megapixel wide angle camera. Secondary is going to be a 5 megapixel ultra wide, and our third is going to be a 2 megapixel macro. As far as our video, we can shoot up to 1080p at 30 frames per second. Going over to the Moto G 2026, we have a dual rear facing camera camera. I know it looks like 3, however, that is just a sensor on the third one right there. Now for our 2 cameras, our main one's going to be, again, a 50 megapixel wide angle camera, and our secondary is going to be a 2 megapixel macro. So no ultra wide angle that we got on the Galaxy A17. And as far as the rear facing cameras go, the Galaxy A17 5G is going to be a lot more natural with its colors and a lot less washed out. And I have to say that ultra wide mode that we get on the Galaxy A17 is going to make this a much more dynamic phone to use with photography over the Moto G 2026. As far as our front facing cameras, the Galaxy A17 has that fugly front-facing notch, water droplet notch or whatever at 13 megapixels, and that's going to be our wide-angle camera capable of recording at 1080p at 30 frames per second. And our Moto G 2026 is going to have a 32 megapixel wide-angle camera, so 32 megapixels and 1080p at 30 frames per second. As far as the front-facing cameras, both are actually very, very good. I don't really have anything too bad to say about these. I think the selfie cameras are pretty solid overall for the price tag. Now, this is a weird conundrum that we have right here. As far as the speakers on these devices, the Galaxy A17 5G has one speaker at the bottom of the phone, as you guys can see. So no stereo speakers on this device. However, the Moto G 2026 has 2 speakers. Now, the weird conundrum that we're caught up in right here is that the Moto G 2026 is louder. Of course, it has stereo speakers. You would think it would be better quality. However, this sounds a lot more tinny than the Galaxy A17 5G. You need to listen to this in real life. If you go to a Best Buy or go to a Fry's or something like that, and take a look at both these devices, the Galaxy A17 5G has the better quality speaker over the Moto G 2026. However, the Moto G 2026 is going to be the louder speaker with stereo speakers. So that's the big differences right there. However, I think the quality still goes to the Galaxy A17 5G, weirdly enough. And as far as our headphone jack, we have a headphone jack on the Moto G 2026, and we don't have any headphone jack on the Galaxy A17 5G. Both devices, of course, have NFC. Both devices have Bluetooth 5.3. Both have side-mounted fingerprint sensors that are decently accurate for their price tag. And both essentially have the same battery size as well. On the Galaxy A17 5G, we have 5,000 milliamps. On the Moto G 2026, we actually have 5,200 milliamps. And also, we have 30-watt wired charging on the Moto G 2026 compared to 25-watt charging on the Galaxy A17 5G. Now, which device is the better device? What device would I pick up? Honestly, both devices are very solid. If you guys want something that's going to have a lot more software support, I would say get the Galaxy A17 5G. I would say they have a very, very solid software support right there. But if you're only going to keep your device for a couple years, the Moto G 2026 is a very, very solid device. Very, very solid. I definitely would say if you're thinking about getting something in this price range and you kind of settled on the Moto G Play 2026, upgrade it for $20 more and just get the Moto G 2026. This is a very, very solid phone overall. Beautiful looking phone. It has some great stuff inside of it. But I say all this to say that whatever ecosystem you like better, I feel like you're going to enjoy both these devices. And I feel like most people really only hold on to a budget phone for about 2 to 3 years. So, you know, if you like Motorola and you like stock Android and you like Moto Actions, go with the Moto G 2026. If you like Samsung's ecosystem, One UI, go with the Galaxy A17 5G. Made it very, very easy for y'all right here.